have discussed in even last class also. Oh, Ankit is already there. Hi, Ankit.
Hello guys, how are you?
Fine, fine, fine. Mm.
Sorry I couldn't come in a little before.
No, no, we have just created one delete button and we have added. That's it. We have covered only these 5 lines with yesterday's
Oh,
example.
okay, gotcha. Cool.
Now, the logic yesterday I have promised you that we are going to discuss about local storage. Means
Yeah,
whatever data we are going to receive it from the server, from the server, maybe with Ajax, with XML HTTP request. Once I have received the data, once I have received the data, what I am going to do is here in this my student we are passing the data, right? See in line number 14, I have assigned the received data in my students. Is it clear?
yeah,
Clear.
Now what I am trying to do is whatever the data I have received I have received from the server, I want to store it locally. How can I store? Local storage dot set item. The name I'm going to give is my students. I can't store the data in array format. I can't store the data in object format. I should convert it into string format. If you see, I have converted from string to JSON format here. Now to store, I have to convert uh, JSON to string format. So how can I do it is JSON dot stringify my student.
that's the code to change from string.
String to JSON. Sorry, JSON to string. This is the process to change JSON to string. Please, this line is very much important. What I have done here is whatever data I have received from from other server through Ajax, I have stored it in locally. Clear?
Yeah,
Clear.
Okay. Now, how can I check whatever the data I have stored or not, whether locally it is available or not? How can I check? Now I have refreshed the document. Now I am going to get student. Okay, I have clicked it. What happened? Till it is not coming. Issue.
You forgot to close the brackets. Local storage.
Okay.
You forgot to close the braces.
Acha, right. Okay, put the code. Yes, there should be one more bracket here. Cool. But how can I check whether the value I have stored locally or not? Go to the application. In this application, there is an option called local storage. If you click on local storage, there is one option called localhost 8000. If you click, you can see that with my student's name, I have created some data locally. Okay.
Okay.
Now, since the data is stored locally, now I am going to create a new application. In that application, the first step, I will start capturing data from the locally. From locally, I am going to start capturing the data. Okay. Now, let me open Are we clear, Pavan and Ankit, whatever I am
Yeah.
doing? So
Clear, clear.
I have not, I have did nothing in yesterday's application except I have created one button. Of course, it is not going to be useful because we have changed our plan. Whatever data we have received, we have we have stored locally. Now in this application, I am going to capture the local saved data. Okay, no, open folder. Present document. Students. C drive. www. Web. అవును ఏంటి ఆ సౌండ్
నాకు కూడా తెలియదు మ్యూటెడ్ అని మ్యూటెడ్ వస్తుంది.
మీ దగ్గర నుంచి మిమ్మల్ని అన్మ్యూట్ చేస్తే వినిపించడం లేదు. మిమ్మల్ని అన్మ్యూట్ చేస్తే నాకు ఆ సౌండ్ వినిపించడం లేదు. మీ సైడ్ నుంచి వస్తుంది వాయిస్.
అవునా, ఒక్క నిమిషం.
Okay, Ankit, this application we will start capturing data from locally,
Okay.
where students equal to local storage dot get item. So we know that we have used our application, the name is my students.
హలో మురళి.
Yeah,
మురళి, ఇంకొక ఎంప్లాయీ యాక్చువల్లీ రిక్వెస్ట్ ఉందన్నమాట. సో మీరు డిస్కనెక్ట్ చేస్తారన్నమాట ఆయన.
నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు.
యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంకొక అతన్ని కూడా జాయిన్ అయ్యాడు అనమాట జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ ఈగోస్ నుంచి.
Yeah, please let him join.
యా, మీరు లింక్ ఆర్గనైజింగ్ లింక్ కట్ చేశారంట ఆయనకు.
ఓహో, ఓకే. మీ పేరుతో రెండు ఉండే లోపు నేను సేమ్ పేరుతో రీసౌండ్ వస్తుంది కదా అని చెప్పి అనుకున్నాను నేను, అందువల్ల తీశాను నేను అంతే.
ఓకే యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంకొక అతను జాయిన్ అయ్యాడు అన్నమాట.
అతని పేరు కూడా మీ పేరుతోనే వచ్చారు, పవన్ కుమార్ అనే పేరుతోనే వచ్చాడు తను.
ఓకే అతని పేరు ప్రసాద్ యాక్చువల్లీ.
తన డీటెయిల్ ఇచ్చుంటే నేను టచ్ చేయలేకపోయిండు. ప్లీజ్ లాగే.
యా ఇప్పుడు ఆయన జాయిన్ అవుతాడు ఇప్పుడు.
యా, నో ఇష్యూ, ప్లీజ్ ఆస్క్ హిమ్ టు జాయిన్. Okay. See Ankit, now we are trying to get the item with the name of my student which we just stored locally, okay?
Right.
But as we discussed, that will be in string format, but we don't want in string format, right?
Yeah.
So let me convert into JSON format. JSON dot parse bracket open and close. Inside this I am going to paste it. So I am going to capture the data with the name of with the name of my student. Then I have converted into JSON format. Then I have stored in students. So if I console it, console.log, I should be able to see the data. I should be able to see the whatever data I have stored it here. When I go to localhost sample2.html in console, see I got the data, whatever data I have stored locally.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
హలో పవన్ గారు, అతని పేరేంటండి?
Prasad.
ప్రసాద్ గారు నమస్తే. ప్రసాద్ వెల్కమ్.
Hi, hello Murli, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Actually, you also joined with the Pawan Kumar name only, right? So I thought of that it is multiple logins. That's why I have dismissed it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll give you my
Yeah, you would have
email
given
ID.
your login credential. Yeah, you can right click and give your login credential. It seems, there is one option is
This
there.
is my email ID.
Yeah. Let me.
Send
If you
you,
would
okay?
have, if at least one name, if you would have updated, I would have recognized it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, just observe
Okay.
the class, whatever the classes missed out, let us schedule it separately. I will cover the balance topics also. That's not an issue.
Okay, sure. That will be
You
more
just note
helpful.
down the points wherever, if you are not able to clear, we will discuss, we can schedule it separately.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay. Now, Pawan, what I am trying to tell is, if you see in this second application, just now, the first
Yeah.
step I started the capturing the data locally. No, as you see,
Yeah.
I have created a variable here. Then
Yeah.
I have captured the local storage data. I have converted into JSON format. Then I have stored in
Mm.
my students.
Okay.
If you want to split, I can split. See, if it is where std equal to, if it is local storage dot set item, control C, control V, console dot log std. See, this std without converting JSON format, students with converting JSON format. Let us see how we can able to see the data. See, this is how we can able to see the data if it is not converted into JSON format.
String format.
String format, which is definitely not possible for us to iterate in the document.
Correct.
So that is the reason I am using this function, this inbuilt method, which converts this string into JSON format and store to students variable.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Now, when I try to capture the data in local, there may be a chance I may get the data or I may not get the data, right? So
Okay.
if the student is null, the student
Mm.
equal to null, it means there is no data available. How can I clear the data? I can go to console, local storage dot clear. If I do like this, the data will be clear. Now if you go to application, if you see local storage, no data is there.
Okay.
Now when I run this application, if I put some breakpoints over here, sample
Mm.
HTML, if I put some breakpoints in line number 10, if I run this application, in student, there will be null because no data is available locally right now because I have cleared everything.
Yeah.
If data available, let it take. If data is not
Okay.
available, we are going to get the null. Once we check the null, once it is null, we have to send the ajax request. We have to do the same process
Okay.
which we have did in the last class. So let me take this
Okay.
function first, or else I will create one more new service request where get students equal to new XML HTTP request get student dot request equal to on ready state change equal to your function. Then I am checking the condition get student dot ready state equal to 4 and get student dot status equal to 200, it means it is a successful Ajax request. Then console log get student dot response text. Once this function is over, get student dot open, the method is get, and the URL which we are going to target is where is the URL? Yes, it's there. I think this is the URL. Okay, now if I run this application, I should be able to see the data. So if it is null, because it is null, we are going to send the request to the server, and we are going to get the data. We're not getting. Let me put some breakpoints here. Is there any errors? No error. Console.log response text. Acha, I have not sent the request. Get student dot send. When I run this, what happened? It is taking some time. Yes. Ready state is caps, right? Yes. See, this is in string format. We got the data, but it is in string format. Now, once we receive it, just save it locally. How to save locally? Local storage dot set item. Okay, with the name of my student, comma, get student dot response text. Whatever we have received, just store it. Okay, now to run this, let me remove it. Let me remove this. If you go to console, yes, it is there. If you go to application, local storage, yes, with the my students now, data is there. But when next time the service request won't go because it is going to fetch from the local. Is these points clear? Whatever I have discussed. If any doubt, please let us discuss. Prasad garu.
Yeah, Murli, I'm just trying to follow it.
No problem. Okay. No, if you are not
It may
getting clear clarity,
take some time.
not getting idea, also don't worry. We will discuss outside.
Oh,
Ankit, bye.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
There are 2 points I have explained over here. The first thing, how to set the data locally, how to get the data locally, and while setting the data locally, we have to convert into string format, which I have mentioned with help of JSON.stringify. After getting the data from the locally, which already is there in the string format, to convert into string to JSON format, I have used JSON.parse. These 2 to 3 points, if you are ready, means I can proceed further.
Ready.
Okay, then okay, now we have checked whether we are having data locally or not. If data is there, we have captured the data. If data is not there, data, one second, yes, else. Imagine that we have a data. If data is null, this process we are going to do. If I am coming to else part, it means that I have a data locally available and stored in the students table, right?
Yeah.
Now, let me create a table over here and t body here and tr here, th here, and I think I need some, how many th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ths I need. Okay, we'll see. First name, last name, um, telephone address city, telephone address city, state, and zip. That's it, right? Yeah, state and zip, right? Let me give a border here. 1. When I run this, I should be able to see the table over here. Right, superb. Now, since already data is there, I'm coming to this portion. Okay, I will create a function. I will create a function. Set data in table. The reason why I am creating separate function is, in two scenarios we are going to send the data to the table. One, when you find the data locally, then also you are going to what do you call it? You are going to create the table with that particular data, right?
Yeah.
If you are not finding the data locally, then you are sending a request to Ajax through Ajax. After getting the data, once again here also you are going to send the data to the table. You want to display the data in table, right?
Okay.
In two scenarios, same function, same code is going to be used in multiple times. It will be duplicated.
Okay.
Here also you have to use, inside if also you have to use, and inside else also you have to use.
Okay.
Rather than using the same code in two places, let us create that particular code in separate place and let us call this function whenever it is required. Clear? What
Okay.
is it clear? Why I am creating a
Yeah.
separate function?
Yeah.
Get by.
Not really.
Okay, fine. You just imagine if I have say, some data locally. Now I want to display this data in table, right?
Yeah.
To do that, I have to follow the same method which we have done yesterday.
Yeah.
The same process, same steps, creating table rows multiple times, creating table details, TDs multiple times, then putting text inside that TD. The same process we are going to do.
Yeah.
If you are getting data from Ajax, then also you are going to do the same thing. Or else, if you have some data locally, then also you are going to do same process, right? It means inside if also I have to do this process. Inside else also I have to do the same process.
Why do you have to do it twice? In else or inside else?
I will tell you, see, I will tell you a small example. You want to prepare a coffee. There are two scenarios. You may having the milk in your house and you may not having the milk in your house. Okay. First case, case one, you are having a milk in your house, you got the milk and you prepared the coffee. Fine, job done. Second case, you don't have any milk. You went to shop and you brought that milk and then you prepared coffee. Second case. But ultimately you have prepared the coffee, right? While planning, preparing coffee, you may having, you may not having. Ultimately, the particular preparing coffee is your planning in two places. Case one and case two, right?
Right.
Correct?
Yeah.
In preparing coffee, there are some 5 to 10 sequence is there, heating milk and putting sugar, putting coffee powder. There are so many steps involved in preparing coffee function.
Yeah.
Whether you may having the milk and you may not having the milk, the coffee functions are, coffee methods are same.
Right.
So instead of putting all these preparing coffee methods in both cases, you are going to prepare this particular functionality separately. Whenever you require, you are going to call that particular function. Just prepare coffee. Means all the 10 steps will come and it will execute the job and it will go away.
Yeah.
Means it's a separate activity which you are kept aside. You are not kept inside that plan. Okay?
So no matter any condition, you still have to mention the process.
No, no, the process is very clear. Inside if also you are going to uh, mention the number of steps required, and inside else also you are going to mention the steps required. The reason why we are creating a new separate function and we are calling that function whenever it is required is this is called reusability. In this process you can reduce the amount of coding.
Yes.
I will show you it here instead of explaining, I can do it here itself. I think
Okay.
if you see practically, you will come to understand. So imagine that I don't have any data. Now I have the data. Now inside else portion I am here. And if I console it, console.log, the students, it means I will be having the students info here. When I run this, so I am straight away from line number 36, from line number 36 I am getting this information. Where is line number 36? This is the one in else portion, right?
Yeah.
I am coming to this else because I have data in local. Okay,
Yeah.
now let me loop through this, and render it into the document. First step, let me use for loop for I equal to 0. I is less than students dot length I plus plus inside for loop where my row equal to document dot create element tier, and now add this. Let us give a table, let us give id for this t body. Id equal to my students table, student table. Now document dot get element by id my students dot append child of my row. means number of rows I have created and I have appended to the table. The simple and straightforward work which we are repeatedly doing from last 2 days. If I go to the elements, I would be able to see the number of rows I have created just now dynamically, right?
Yeah.
Now let me create TDs. To create TDs, I am going to use for in loop A in students of I, then where my TD equal to document dot sorry dot create element TD. Now let me add this my row dot append child my TD. So in this, if if in one object it is having 7 fields means 7 values means, so 7 TDs will be added and joined into this TD TR body. In TR you are having not first one, I think from second one onwards you are having 7 TDs created and added to the document. Ankit bhai, is it clear?
Yeah.
Now I need to put some text inside the TD. So let me create where my TD text equal to document dot create text node brackets. Let me do this and yeah, just my TD dot append child my TD text. Once you run this, everything is done. Ankit bhai, clear?
Yeah. Yeah. Just fill in the text. Yeah.
Yeah. See, this process, what happens is, if I have data, I am coming to this place and I can able to show the data over here. Okay, you just imagine if I don't have any data. Now I am going to clear the local stored data with local storage dot clear method. I can clear the data. If you see, I don't have any data. Now if you go to the sources and if you put some breakpoints over here, if you put breakpoints over here, these two line number here and all, line number 28. So since I don't have any data locally available, so it will go to inside if condition. Students will be null here. Now just run this application. So students will be null. Students will be null. So null and null will be true here, and it will come inside. It will send a Ajax request, and then it will come back to line number 28. See, it come back to line number 28. Now we have data.
Now.
In network there is a service request went and it got some data. Now we have the data available, right?
So what it's trying to do is local storage. Nothing is data is not there in the local storage. Then it'll go to the server, fetch the data, and again load the data into the table
Perfect, yeah,
as well as local storage.
yeah.
Perfect. That's
Now,
it, right?
yeah, super, correct. So now after fetching the data, to display all the data once again, what we have to do is we have to copy this entire code and you have to paste it here. I have to do the same process once again. So now, before that, you should my students information. Acha, okay. Already you have declared a students, right? So what you have to do? Whatever the data you have received. So here students equal to JSON dot parse uh, get student dot response text. Okay, now if you run this, let me clear it once again. Local storage, local storage dot clear, it will be cleared. And if I run this application, once again it will come to the Ajax place, it will fetch the data, it will come to line number 28. I think it got it from local, it seems. Application, local storage, yes, local storage is there. Local storage dot clear. Students is null. Then it is coming to for loop. Then 31, 32, 33, 34. Let me come to this place. It is coming 28. Okay, fine. Then 29. Then 30. Then 31, 32, 33. Then it will loop through, and after that it will display the data. If you see, Ankit, the first conversation, same code I am using here, same code I am using here as well, right?
Yeah.
Do I need this? Can I create a one more function called show student info and make it open? Can I cut this entire information? And let me imagine I am going to, okay, this function is going to available here. So now can I remove this function as well? So
Or
instead of
possible.
calling two places, let me just call this function, and here also let me just call the function. Now my problem is done. So now go to the local storage. Local storage dot clear. Job is done. Then also it will work. If local store data is there, then also it will work. I mean, I have reduced the amount of code. That is a straightforward sentence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of duplicating the content in multiple places, I have created a neutral function and I have used whenever and wherever I required it. Pawan garu.
Okay, sir. Clear ఉంది.
Okay. Now,
అదే multiple times ఆ కోడ్ రాయకుండా we have written it only one time so that we can use it wherever we want in the future also. It will be easier just by calling the function.
correct. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Cast, at least, are you getting something, Prasad garu? No? Maybe. Hello?
Yeah,
Prasad
trying
garu?
to understand because this is totally new for me.
Okay.
Almost.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay, Jason, I never worked on Jason, so trying to understand.
What exactly your background is? May I know about yourself, maybe few lines.
Pardon?
What exactly you are, basically?
Okay, so far I am more into data warehousing
Oh, great. Okay.
and BI.
Okay.
Yes, I did use there some JavaScripting there, but not a well-versed one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I know programming
Oh, great.
and OOPS concept.
Oh, great. Fantastic. I think this one covers under the closure concept, you can access the elements from inside that function, something like that if I am not clear.
Sure.
Yeah.
And one more thing is I have sent you a message like, I need your help with the environment setup on my computer. We have installed, but the WAMP and also
I
what's
will do it. I will do it. Let us, no, we will have a call after this, maybe a few minutes. Let us
yes.
plan our free time, based on what I think 4 sessions I have completed, and that 4 sessions I will make sure that it will be covered all the topics for you as
Okay.
well. Okay. Now,
Sure.
okay, Ankit bhai, is it clear?
Thank you.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Now, as I told you, let us add one button here so that I would be able to delete this particular person or edit this particular person or update this particular person. Those three I just want to do it. So basically I want to modify this information. It can be edit, it can be delete. These two tasks I would like to do it here. Now I'm going to this code once again. Okay. Acha, I will go to here itself in this function. Show students info. Okay, this row only I should able to target. Now let me create a button where input 1 equal to document dot create element dot input, and input 1 dot set attribute, and what would be the attribute type equal to button. My button is ready. Let me add this button. Acha, before that I should be able to have on the TD where TD1 equal to document dot create element TD. Now let me add this button to TD1 dot append child, TD1 dot append child, input 1. Now I need to add this TD1 to row. Here it is, my row dot append child TD1. I think my button should be ready. Acha, my button is ready, but there is no content for this. How I can do it is input type 1 dot set attribute value edit. So I have a edit button is ready. Now let me copy this entire component once again, because I need delete button as well. TD input type button delete and make it TD2 input 2 input 2 T2. Now TD2 okay, creating TD2 dot append child input 2, and my row dot append child TD2. When I run this, I should be having both the buttons. Clear?
Clear.
Now here. Let me add some more this the HTML. Let me go to HTML. Let me copy two more th. Delete, edit. When I run this, I should be able to clear this, delete and edit. Now at present I have not assigned anything to the delete or edit buttons, so nothing is going to work. Okay?
Yeah.
But what I am going to do is here, to simplify the things, I am going to call two functions. I will create two functions, edit student and delete student. So alert edit is called delete called. How can I add this button to this function to the buttons? Very simple. I know how to add the attributes. So input 1 dot set attribute. So this is a function and I want to fire when I click it. On click, I want these functions to be called. Control Z. It is an edit button. So call the edit button over here. And same thing, let me copy this line and do it here as well. This is delete. And let me have it 2. When I run this, I should be able to call this delete is called. Okay, fine, super. Edit is called. Super. Ankit bhai,
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Okay, first let me target delete. How can I delete it? When I am trying to delete a person, I should be able to send the particular index of that particular person. Okay, now if I can send I here. Now if I console it, what is the I am getting? Console dot log I. Otherwise, get it from I am receiving from I. When I run this, when I check the console, when I try to click the edit, I am getting that particular object's number. Can you observe?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So whichever element I am clicking on that particular object's index number I am getting. If I am clicking on 0, first element I am getting 0, second element I am getting 1. How I am getting I value here is, if you see, this is inside the for loop. This process is completely inside the for loop. Ankit bhai, clear?
How does it know which TD and TR we keep clicking just by putting the for loop?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. While rendering it, how it is doing, let me have some breakpoints. Let me explain you step by step. I think you would be able to get the idea. Let me start from the for loop where I'm having the for loop. So shall I start it from here? Yes. From here to here. That these are the two places you have the doubt. Okay. Now, when I start the application, nothing is there in my document. Clear?
Right.
So once it checks the data in student, data is there or not, it will check the data, student is there, now it will come to the function. Now in the student, I have some 10 objects. Clear so far?
Yeah.
Now, since I have initialized the I value 0, it will start from 0 object. First object it will start.
Yeah.
Clear? Immediately it will go inside. It will create all the elements while assigning the attribute. For the first object only I am talking. Don't think about the second object. I am talking about first object only. While
Okay, I got it. Because in the function itself, there is each step there is the input button. So
yeah,
that's how.
yes, right. If you see, when it is creating the first row, the I value is 0. So what it is going to do, it will implement that I value 0 inside the delete student. Next what happens? Next it will come to the second object. Wait, now it will come to the second object. When it is coming to second object, I have a I value is 1. So inside this I value, I will get only 1.
Right, right.
Got it? How I am getting I values here?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the console is picking up the high values.
Yes, yes. Okay, now how can I delete it? How can I delete it? In JavaScript, to remove an object from array, I have a method called splice. So students dot students equal to, or else I can do like this, students dot splice. It is not slice, it is splice, and the index number is I, and only one element I would like to delete. I have deleted it. Now after deleting that particular object, what I am trying to do is, after deleting that particular object, I am trying to do, I would like to store it locally. The deleted, after deleting, so my count of the object is reduced. So after deleting, I would like to store it locally. Then I want to refresh the document. Location dot reload is a method which will refresh the document. Now, if I remove, I would be able to, what happened? There is an error it seems. Console, go to the console, response text of undefined. What is this? Line number 76. Acha, this is not response text. Sorry, this is not response text. This is not response text. This is local storage dot set item JSON dot stringify inside this students. So after deleting that object, I am converting it to string format. Then with my student's name, I am saving it locally. Okay. When I run this, when I delete, I would be able to delete the object
Yes.
and get by.
Yeah.
So completed, deleted. When I refresh, nothing is there for me because local storage is empty. So if I go to the application, local storage, yes, there is a name is there, but it is an empty. That is the reason completely
Array,
blank.
array.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then in that case, what I would do, I would like to have a uh, class here, student of null, otherwise, or or students dot length equal to 0.
Not 0.
In that case also, it will send the request. It will get the data. Now, if I remove the information, once it is done, if I refresh,
Again, the data will be there.
again the data will come. Ankit, bye. Ankit, stop.
Yeah, I'm following. It's so much to remember.
No issue. You can do it. But today there is no that much complicated and headache elements because you have been habitual for that. It is not the like that. It is not heavy. ఏమంటారు పవన్ గారు?
Yeah, yeah, there.
So
Basic operation.
yeah, it's not like that. It is not that much heavy. Yes, that heaviness is there. That complexity is there. But from last 2-3 days you have been tuned for this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Oh, that's it.
okay. Now let me do something with the edit. So what I would like to do is, so let me have one whichever object I want to edit. If I click, I should be able to get this what do you call this object in a table. Then whatever data I have edited, it has to be updated. Okay. Now let me create one more table here to edit the information. To edit the information, mm, below there is a table here. Let me copy this table completely, or else I will create new table only. Break HR table T body TR. Let's see. Okay, this TH um, first name and TD input type text ID F name. Copy this to last name L name and border 1. Should be able to see the table here. Okay, fine. I need for 7 fields total, right? So just copy these 2 rows, 2, 2, first name, last name, tell, you just tell, and this is address, and this address, and this city, 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 and state, 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 zip. Okay, the logic here is whenever I click this button, edit button, that particular entire person information should come over here.
Yes.
That
Like
is
last
what,
time we did.
yeah, that is what our challenge. The last time we have did. To do this, let me create a variable globally. Let me create a variable globally that is called index, where index just I have created. I have not assigned any value here. Whenever I call this edit button, I will be receiving an I here. So index equal to I, sorry, I. Just let me go here. How can I send I to the edit button is, let edit here. Student. Acha, these are not the one. I think that is completely different application. That's what I'm trying to struggle with. Okay, this I have did it for delete button. Can I do it in same way for edit also?
Yes.
So now I can able to receive the index number of the particular object when I am clicking edit also, right? So
Correct.
the moment I received index, I have stored it here. Fine. So now, now what I am going to do is, now document dot get element by id dot f name, okay, f name dot value equal to students of I, or else of index, sorry, students of index dot f name. Let me check whether it is working or not. Superb, it's working. So I can repeat it for all 7 properties.
Right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this L name, and this also L name. This is till, this is also till, and this address is also address, edit address, and this is city, and this also city, state, state, zip, and this also zip. Now whenever I click, I should be able to get that particular object's information. Ankit sir, clear?
Yeah.
Now let me add an update button here. Let me add an update button below this. Once I click the update, let this particular object get updated. So go to the application here. In this, let me create one more row. Remove this. Remove this input type button. ID వచ్చి on click. When I click on click update student, it is a function and value is update. Let me go and create a function. Edit type and function, sorry, update student equal to a function alert update is called. Run this. Update is called. Super. When I edit, I am getting the value. When I am clicking, I should be able to update it. Now. Okay. How can I update that particular information? Okay, first when I'm clicking the update, okay, students dot index dot okay, let me create a new object where new student equal to an empty array, empty object. Okay, now new student dot fname equal to document dot get element by id dot value. Okay, let me do it for 7 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is, let me copy L name, tell, and address, after address, city, state, zip, now. So now I have the updated object. Now I have to push to the existing, what do you call it, the students.
Yeah.
Now let me delete the updated object first. Student.splice.index. Now, or else I can do it first only. Control X. I have deleted it. Now I got the new object. Now students of index equal to new object. Then what I can do? Local storage set item just info just students. Then I can store it locally. Now I can reload the document. Okay, let me do it. So I would like to change it. I updated it. I have added and updated it. The only problem I got is some one variable I got missed out. One thing I have missed out is I am getting first name, last name, telephone, address, city, What was what I missed out here? What happened? Which one I missed out? Zip value. 7 values are there, right? Acha. Now I got it. X tail and value. Okay. Now go to the browser. Okay. Now delete this object I don't want. Now let me edit new object. Edited. When I update it, I should be able to see that edited.
Super.
I can delete it. I can edit it. And it's up.
Yeah.
Update it. Yes. What happened? How come it is getting deleted? Edit. Okay. Edited. When I update it, is one object is. Acha. I think in that case, why should I need this deleting option? Without deleting, I can do this. Oh, cool. I need not delete. Super. That I missed out. So logically, I need not delete. Okay. Now, when I edited it, first name, edited, update. I need not delete. I can straight away edit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
This
deleting the first position in the index every time you edit it.
come again, Ankit. I am not able to edit.
I thought it was deleting the first position in index every time you ran the code.
No, actually, the reason why I thought of deleting the object is first I will delete the existing object, then I will push the new object. That's what. But
Yeah.
what I have did is I just want to maintain the what do you call it, index position. For example, if I am trying to edit the object which is there in the middle of the array, so that
Yeah.
should not lost its position. It should be there only. Means when
Right.
I edit it, it should not
It should be in the same position.
yeah, it should be in the same
The array
position.
position.
Because if it is come to the last, that doesn't make sense. That is the
Right.
only one reason why I thought of that. Let me delete first, then in the same object, in the same index position, let me inject it. But then because of deleting, the count is get reduced. That is the reason. Finally, I thought of that. Let us not to go for the deleting option.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me finally cover the last one more thing. I can have one more 10 minutes, right? Prasad Garu, Pavan.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yes, please.
Okay, మీకు okay కదా Prasad Garu?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay, fine. Because we have covered read, update, delete. One thing I have missed it, create. So if I would like to create one new person, let me have one button over here. Button. Create student. On click, let me call a function create student. So in this function, create new, create student, so first I should capture the same method and
Now you have to have one push function.
that's it. Very simple and
Push.
straightforward. Very simple and straightforward. Student
The new student
dot push. Student dot push. The new student and set it locally. Both set and reload it. Ah, there is one UI problem is there because I am putting button in the top and I am adding complete information here. That doesn't make sense. Okay, first of all, let me add this complete. Let me hide this complete table whenever it is not required. Whenever it is not required, just to do it. I can capture it. Okay, fine. Default ID is std. Okay. Style display. No, by default it won't be visible, right? The first logic.
Yeah.
Whenever I click on edit, I should be able to see that particular table, right? So
Yeah.
whenever I click the edit button, here first document dot get element by id of my std. Okay, okay, dot style dot display equal to block. When I click, I should be able to see the information, right? Fine. Okay. Let me do this for the body, not for the table. By default, it won't be visible, but when I click it, the particular table will be visible. And if I want to edit it here, I can edit, I can update it, and it won't be visible by default. Superb. A perfect UI. But the problem, when I create the student, when I click on the create student, I want to repeat the same thing. I want to repeat the same thing. When I click on create student, So I want to have the same behavior. I want to have the same behavior, but only difference I would like to have one more button for the create student. Let me copy this entire stuff once again, where td3 equal to document dot create. Oh, not here, not here at least, not here, not here, not here. Acha, okay. When I create the button, the table will be visible, okay. Console why it is not create student is not defined, okay. Can you please 1 second? I have a phone call. Let me attend it. Yeah, Daniel, tell me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me click this. No, this is not the way. Acha, it is getting added. Empty rows are getting added. Yeah, Daniel, tell me. Sure, sure,
Because
sure.
it said reload.
Yeah, sorry, I was in call. Prasad gar, please proceed. Pawan gar, I think somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
No, no. Yeah, please proceed, somebody. I think when we create the button, when we first, the first task, let me remove this. We will do it later also.
I think you can call the same update code from the create student.
Uh,
Yeah,
no,
because it with the index one plus to the existing indexes.
yeah, index, okay. No, existing index, I can't call because when we use the edit button, separate index value might have been assigned to that. So the new object will be always pushed to the bottom. So pushing is enough. We are not going to use any index value over here. The only thing is, mm, in that case, we need not have this button at all. We can directly, use the update button straight away.
That's what I update button with a new one. Yeah, the same thing update.
Yeah.
Have it. But only thing is to get the update. No, you need to add the edit. So if you say edit, it will be bringing the same index. So that's why you need to
Have the new button.
add new then update also.
Yes, yes. So in this edit new, only the function which we have to call is Now just make the window visible, make the table visible. Okay, and create new. Now once again there is a challenge here. In update we are playing with the index.
Murli,
Yeah.
I do have to leave right now, but the screen is recording.
Sure. Please
Uh,
carry on. I will send you the recording. Yeah. Thanks, sir.
It's, what did I say?
No, in this case, okay. When we click this, yes, table is visible. Now, when it is visible, this button should have been create. Number one.
Create, yes, it's update.
Number two, when it is create, um, when it is create, the separate function has to be called so that it will push that particular object. Okay, that I will take it. Okay, now I got that how to do it. Now let me give an ID for this button. ID equal to UPD. Now when I click this document dot get element by ID of UPD dot set attribute on click dot, no, it is not on click, right? It is value. Value is create. Is it going to modify it or is it going to add it? Superb. So when I click this button, it will be create. When I click this button, it will be update. Fine. Now, document dot create event set attribute. Now on click, I would like to call create function, and let me add one more function called create function create. I thought create would be very easy. Okay,
Actually, it is.
when I create and when I click on the button, I got alert. Super. Now the thing is, now let me capture new object. Let me capture all the values. Let me push it. Students, right? The value is yes, students dot push a new student. Cool. Let me store it locally. Let me reload it. Okay, by default it won't be visible. When I create it, you should be having newly create it. Super. Perfect, right? Now create,
Yeah.
read, update, delete, everything is over.
Yeah.
It is perfectly 100% a pure CRUD applications.
Okay.
Came out well. But it took little bit more time. I think Pavan, is it okay for you? Okay, Pawan, any doubts? Prasad garu, any doubts?
Murli, your voice has been cut for some time. I couldn't hear what you're telling.
అచ్చా ఓకే మేబీ నార్మల్లీ ఇది అప్పుడప్పుడు మ్యూట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంటాం. ఇట్స్ ఓకే, యా ప్లీజ్. ప్రసాద్ గారు, ఐ థింక్ మధ్య ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ ఐ స్పోకెన్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ మదర్ టంగ్ బై ది వే?
Telugu.
ప్రసాద్, కెన్ యూ హియర్ మీ?
Yeah, Telugu, that's fine.
ఓకే పర్లేదు. ఓకే, నేను తెలుసుకోకుండా నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడుతున్నాను ఆవేశపడి. ఓకే
I'm fine. I'm fine.
పవన్, ఎనీ డౌట్స్ సో ఫార్?
As of now, no doubt. I will practice it and get back to you.
Yeah, please. Okay, Pawan, we will meet then. I will continue with Prasad.
Yeah, after this, what you plan? I mean, ఇప్పుడు JavaScript code operations అయిపోయినాయి కదా?
Yeah, I think few more points I have missed out in JavaScript.